Yeah, we did Jeopardy last week.
In tribute to Alex Trebek in his passing.
Suck it, Trebek.
Alex, just keep the microphone on.
We're going back. It says you're live.
I do that sometimes so y'all can't hear me breathe into the mic.
Yeah, but that makes editing more... that makes editing harder for me because then I have to cut all that stuff out.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So when I was a little kid, my mom would bake chicken for us a lot. And my dad would always ask us what piece we wanted. And I would always say, I want the thigh. And my entire family would yell.
Why?
Because I said thigh. And they were saying sigh.
Yeah. It's
okay. Gotcha.
still being crappy.
Smart. Well, we'll get through it. Maybe the sound will be good.
Here, go back to network settings. Make sure that LAN is still prioritized.
Are we going to start making up words?
Prioritized, I said.
Prioritized.
You did say prioritized.
Okay, I've had some pops, man.
And just so you know, I only give him hell about that because that's what he gives us is constant hell. So
for real.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn this off just to make Matt happy. Yeah. And
is there supposed to be more than one line
now
on
we're
that router?
Pure Ethernet, yo.
Okay. So is that good? No, it's red and yellow.
Yeah, it keeps.
Do we need to restart the modem?
No.
Well, okay. Is the modem is all the lights?
Oh.
We're good, guys. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's green.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Ah.
God, that's irritating. Oh, well, we'll just power through.
Like we've done other times.
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
but we're excellent connection now.
I forgot.
What'd you
I
forget?
didn't turn it on.
And
She turned me on.
I can hear you guys slowly what?
You
Hey, Dustin.
Is it terrible that I can picture him doing it?
Sad because I can too.
Oh my
job,
God,
Jesus.
Alex.
Nice job, Alex.
Okay, on.
Hello, I'm Peter Steele.
Oh, why did it fail? Oh.
Oh yeah,
There
the
it goes.
track lights, yeah. Well,
I don't know what's going on in here.
yeah, there he goes. Well, kind
I
of.
gotta fix them.
When we do they only work when we talk?
There are a
Nope.
couple different modes on them. Like solid, yeah, just a solid color alternating the flashes and
What
This
in
is
the world
music.
are you doing?
I forgot to latch the door.
Oh, thank you.
You've seen.
We're latching the door to keep people out.
To keep you from running away.
There we go. There's that one.
Keep
or
me in.
We can do rainbow. Let's
Oh
do
yeah,
rainbow.
let's do rainbows.
Okay.
oh yeah, the color scheme on
Yeah.
the lights.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Okay.
That works for me, man. Hey, look, we have two concurrent viewers. Yeah, awesome.
We have two concurrent viewers.
Concurrent, I said.
Concurrent.
Concurrent, Fräulein. Okay.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
So after it stopped tasting like
So pretty. Yes.
That's
Do-do-do.
real weird.
Whose was that?
What is? No, that was mine. That was mine. Says-
He's drinking a lightly caffeinated sparkling water that's supposed to taste like watermelon, but it tastes like cucumbers. And he said it's real weird because now after the watermelon, it tastes like cucumber. I mean, after the cucumber, it tastes like watermelon.
That's funny.
Yeah.
After you get used to the taste of the cucumber, it's just like, oh, there's a hint of watermelon. You drink the rest of it. 'Cause you won't taste
Just
it.
a hint.
Sip. No, just keep drinking.
I'm not gonna drink your backwash.
All right, Alex.
After she took
We're starting in less than a minute.
large swig of the backwash.
Get your cans on, man.
Get your cans on. Okay, I got my two things. My conspiracy theory.
Oh, do you have a game you wanted to showcase this week, Kenneth?
No, this week's game's awful.
What is
Well,
it?
you can still talk
Just
about
talk about it if it's awful.
It's a.
It's like Mario teaches typing, but with
it's really weird.
It's a typing game?
Mario
Is it-
teaches typing.
It's a typing game it's a shoot 'em up.
Oh, is it Typing of the Dead?
it's kind of like typing of the dead.
Yeah, because that's the House of the Dead by Sega, but it's for keyboard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's called like the
And
Keyboard
you
lessons.
can't progress the game unless you're a decent typer. It's
I'm a
pretty-
decent typer.
I'm a decent typer.
So you're saying most millennials would fail at it?
Type
Yes,
it.
I would fail.
I would
you're
say
a-
most millennials would be good
excel
at
it because
Yeah.
keyboarding is taught in school.
Well, there's a big difference between texting with your thumbs and
No,
typing with all
keyboarding
10
is
fingers.
is taught in school,
typing.
and not only
Yeah,
that.
I know. I took it in high
Since
school.
when?
Not only that, they basically work off computers all day long.
Yeah.
Who's this now?
We're just talking
Millennials?
about typing lessons
No.
in
My
school.
daughter went through school and she didn't even know what a computer was until because they had iPads.
Yeah, I barely know how to like do the.
Dustin
this.
said something over there.
What's he saying? I can't see.
I'd like to see some cans.
Uh,
Oh, hold on. Just kidding.
Things are about to get real.
no, we're gonna get
I'm not
yanked
looking.
off of YouTube if that happens. Shelly won't even go there.
Yeah, not even Shelly will go
Yeah.
there.
What is that supposed to mean? I'll do anything else but that.
Well,
Show your cans.
that's Shelly. That's reserved for our Patreons, man.
I'll show you some buns. Is what I'll show you.
it's for she
Yeah, just go like
leaves
this
that
with
for
your
her
elbow.
Only
Yeah.
fans.
It's like right here. I'll take a picture of that, and it looks like a butt.
Oh, I
Yeah,
was talking about that last week. on our
Sushi's
show.
OnlyFans is Sushi01. Just letting y'all know.
It's like that joke I made last week on JJTM ABC. Always be cucking.
I used
Whoa.
to. Whoa. I used to on Facebook. I took a picture of that, and I posted. I'm like, oh, there's a problem with this. Somebody help me. What's going on? You know?
Mhm.
And they were like, oh my god. They would get on to me, and I'm like, it's my elbow, guys. It's my elbow.
Oh, my gourd.
Oh.
She could say it was her elbow, but I saw the mess tracks.
Whatever.
Yeah, I
it
saw
was
'em.
my elbow. And you can
Shut
do your
up.
fingers too. Like you can take your two
Oh, yeah.
fingers and take a good picture right there, and it looks like a butt crack.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the tricks.
I'll teach you some
Did you have
things.
to
Got all of the
Yeah.
chicks.
And Shelly, did you have to get so close to the mic when you said butt crack?
Butt crack.
That's her.
You can get closer to the mic,
Wow.
Alex. We're all at the same levels.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Erect penis.
The following audio program contains mature content,
child.
including offensive language.
Erect
Listener
penis,
discretion is advised.
It's a catastrophe, nothing less.
You're the one that knows about this.
I don't know.
Yeah, you were on the show.
Thomas, why are you so offended with dead people?
Never
even heard of that motherfucker.
Bullshit.
Well, if anybody was going to know, Matt would know. Good job. Matt knows everything.
You're talking to the guy that remembers everything.
Remember that time we butt fucked? I don't feel okay with that. I really don't.
Robotuner's a loser.
First and foremost, I am not fucking Robotuner.
Robo, fuck you.
Matt would be so tender.
my
Number one.
That's the play for a stripper to just go, oh yeah, I listen to all of them all the time.
Why did the stripper turn to Matt Thomas? Where's the stripper from? Thomas, is that you, man?
Genius Robotuner. You did a fantastic job.
That's my favorite.
It is. I thought that I just wanted some money so I could buy some pop screen filters.
You dress up well, Thomas, man. I didn't know you were into this. You little LARPer, you.
Shoot me. I have to live with him.
All these podcasts in my feed, but something's wrong. Not a single one I follow, they sing their own theme song. Now I have my own, and I really must say, please offer us advertisement so we can do this for pay. Back in 2015, just a desktop and two mics. We found it hard on social media to get any likes. Then we got new equipment and the world was much more fun. 3 years had gone by, now our studio is done. Robotuner, master of debacle, sitting at the helm.
Sushi keeping Matt in check, true ruler of this realm.
Thunder K shocking both their asses into gear.
Alex the intern. Why am I even here?
We're glad that you have joined for this occurrence of our show. We can't think of lyrics for this part, so here we go. The song is almost over, starting at last. Broadcasting from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa, it's Robotuner's Insignificant Podcast.
What a great song. I love it.
Well,
You
well,
guys
thank you.
harmonize very well.
That's me harmonizing
That's him
myself.
harmonizing himself.
Oh, I thought you guys were all harmonizing together.
We're not allowed.
You would think.
Yeah, they are.
Because these guys right here, like, he's almost professional, and he's going to state.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is Occurrence 109 for Sunday, November 15th, 2020, in the year of Henry Jones Sr.'s most hated animal. That's right. Greetings, Robotuner, coming at you from the dungeon at Castle Fujiwa, back again with that low-budget podcast style for your listening enjoyment, amusement, disgust, or all of the above. Take your pick. Joining me once again across the table from me is my still existing, everlasting romantic life partner, Sushi.
That's me. I'm
Mhm.
here. Across the table.
Still existing.
Still
Look
existing.
at you going.
I know.
9 years.
Haven't died yet. He hasn't killed me yet.
Yeah, don't die yet. And then we also have the world's largest apology list, Thunder K.
What?
Did
What?
I'm
Say
sorry,
that
I'm gonna
again.
need
Did you
some-
just
I'm gonna-
make up that word?
I just made that up on the fly. Yeah.
Apologist.
No, apology list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some context.
The
here.
world's largest apology list.
Are you saying he was a
Thunder
mistake?
K.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying he needs to apologize a lot?
No, he's the largest list of apologies that someone has come up with.
Are you calling
Or-
him a mistake?
No, he's not the mistake. He's
the apology.
He's a list of apologies.
I'm gonna need some time to figure out what this is all about.
I'm gonna have to think about this really
where
hard.
Matt's brain went on that
That
one.
is, that is not right for late on Sunday. That's
Yeah, I actually did
I
come up
haven't
with
had-
that pretty late.
I haven't had enough wobble pops to
Wobble pops? What are those?
What are we doing today? Just making some shit up?
No, wobble pops is another word for beer or alcohol or.
Ah, okay.
Oh, a wobble pop.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't have
Instead
Bloody
of a
Mary
soda
mix today.
pop, a wobble pop.
Minnesota pop?
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, and we also have in the comfy chair Alex the intern.
What's up?
And then joining us we have a guest today, our favorite California transplant and winner of Fort Worth Weekly's local favorite celebrity. We have the adorable,
Best way to spread Christmas cheer is
the
singing
illustrious
loud for all to hear.
Susie Ramon.
Hello.
Yay!
Choke your chicken.
Oh,
Choke your chicken. Choke your chicken. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
You had to have known he was gonna do that.
I had no clue he was going to do that. Wow.
That's his
Thanks.
favorite thing.
Yep. That was your intro song.
I like it.
That's how you know you're
Well,
one
you
of
know
his
about this.
favorite people is when he makes songs about you. You know,
Oh, wow.
sticking your finger in the belly button,
Choke your chicken.
choke your chicken, the dumpster.
And that was
When are
actually
you getting a song?
I'm not even close to the top of
Oh.
it.
He's not on the list.
Alex doesn't have
I'm
a song
in the
either.
tolerate section. You know, right?
Wow.
I'm near the bottom.
I'm high up there then.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, Dustin's gotten multiple, and Matt Stubbs has gotten multiple.
Well-
Jeffrey Lord.
I love
Jeffrey
you.
Lord.
Yeah.
And Ivy and Susie have gotten multiple.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
one, yeah. There's a lot of junk.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she was here, I'd play that one. All right, so let's see. Yeah, my head's a plur. A plur.
All these
Hello.
new words just coming out of the woodwork.
Plur, not plur.
I think I'm making him nervous.
No. My head is a blur today because since Thursday, Sushi and I over there have been working our asses off around the house, cleaning and finishing up our center bathroom, which has been a chore all in its own.
Yep. Hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really good. Tile work's not easy, man.
No,
Putting
it's
in
not.
Those little spacers is a pain in the tushy.
Oh, we didn't use spacers.
So I did say this before because I was kind of saving it, but I need you to know that the fact that you bought the world's smallest toilet and then accentuated it with the world's biggest sink,
Yeah, there's that.
it just makes the toilet look even smaller. I
Oh,
think it was a great move.
I was thinking the same thing when I was like, oh my God, look how small that toilet looks. But I was like, whatever. It's just a place to go.
How funny.
Do your business.
Just a place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Friday night, I decided to venture out into the wilderness of Fort Worth
Into the wilds of El Campo Boulevard.
off of Hewlin Street, yes. And I went to an establishment called the Grackle Art Gallery, which does feature musicians on the weekends. And I went and ran into this young lady across the table from me over here.
Me. That's me.
Yep. I went to support my friend Zach Zanatish, who is the bassist and longtime friend of mine. Well, he's the bassist of Mammal Virus, but he also performed some solo stuff of his.
That's an awesome name. It sounds like a magician.
What, the Mammal Virus?
No,
Zach-
Oh, Zach Zanatish. Or Zanatish, yeah.
Yeah. He told a pretty funny story because his name is Zachary Paul Zanatich.
Mhm.
And he was talking about how his parents were really going to give him like the triple threat and call him Zachary Zebediah Zanatich.
Ooh.
Yeah, the triple Z.
ZZZ.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
And he'd be an onomatopoeia for snoring.
I mean, he could name his band Triple Z.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He could, but now it's just double Z.
Oh. Well, that's still cool.
ZPZ. It's almost like JPJ, John Paul Jones.
It's like he's sleeping. Zzz.
Yeah. Yeah, but he did a good job. We actually saw him a couple weeks ago at Growl Division Brewery for their Halloween show, which he also got up and played solo there too. He played a lot of the same stuff and did some poetry too. Even played some old I Happy Am sing-along favorites, which is always fun. And then Mandy Hand from the band Big Heaven. Yes, that's Thunder K. That's the same band that I couldn't remember a couple weeks ago for the life of me, that you gave me shit about.
He's never going to forget the fact that I gave him shit about forgetting a band.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, but she got up there and did some stuff solo too on a little Moog synthesizer.
It was really cool because she is she plays guitar, and so when she usually does her solo stuff, she's playing a guitar and she's singing along. But she totally deconstructed a bunch of her songs and played them on the synthesizer, and it was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
She did a good job.
Yeah, and she was even criticizing herself on stage, saying that she had to take remedial piano in order to graduate high school because she went to a performing arts school.
It was with her. I thought it was with her music degree.
Oh, that's right. It was college, not high school. Yeah. Anyway,
but remedial.
Yeah, and
piano.
And I heckled her, and I said, "Yeah, this next song's called Demo 2."
That's pretty funny. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there again.
Oh, there goes your camera again.
It's all right.
It's all right. And then after that, we decided to venture off to Lolo's on 6th Street. Well, their trailer park, actually. Mm-hmm. Their indoor stage is still still closed, but their outdoor stage is, because that's, I guess, that's safer for social distancing and whatnot. And who do we see? Meech Pango. That's right. It was the first time to see them since, almost 2 years now. The last time I saw them is whenever my band, Josh and the Jet Noise, opened up for them at a little mini festival that they had.
I'm kind of sad I missed that. I wanted to see Meech Pango again.
Yeah, they're a great band, man. I wonder if Alex still works around the corner at the moving trading company.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I do have to say that whenever we saw them on Friday, it was the first time I'd seen him on stage and not wear red pants. That's his thing. He usually wears a black T-shirt, red pants, and a red jacket.
Oh, okay.
Yep. When we got there, Crooked Bones was playing, which is the lead singer of the Whiskey Folk Ramblers. It's his new band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Like, his bassist is the same. It's that guy, Jackdaw, that does the Jackdaw folk art with the lino cuts.
Oh,
You know?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, so they were good. They're fun. I like them.
And I actually thought the name of the band was Them Bones at first, and I was expecting we were going to see an Alice in Chains tribute band. And I thought, oh, God, if Dustin gets here and they play Rooster, he's going to give me shit about it.
So, we got food at the taco truck.
Yeah, that's right, because most of the bars, that's how they're able to operate, as long as they have serving food or have a vendor on site. And a lot of bars have actually gotten in trouble for not doing that, too, both in Fort Worth and Dallas.
Mm-hmm. For not having food?
Yeah, not serving food, but still opening and operating as a full-blown bar.
Yeah.
They can be open now if they don't have food, but they have to close at 11.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they're able to stay open.
Does anybody know if they're going to raise the restrictions again with the new information coming out about?
Who knows?
If the my judge crush, Judge Clay Jenkins.
Yeah, Clay Jenkins. It's like you mix between Clay Aiken and Clay Jenkins.
If he has,
that's two totally different horizons there.
If he has his way, things are going to shut down again. But I was listening to NPR today, and Joe Biden's team, assuming that he's going to take office in January, they said that they realize that they're not going to be able to shut things down, but they are going to have to do something like maybe a mandatory mask order, like if you are going, and mandatory allowances of people. But they know they can't shut things down.
Well, we're already doing that now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I know that was mandated by our state, but still,
we're
not a big deal to me.
Near as bad as New York or some of the other places are.
Yeah. I don't know. Our cases, I think, in Texas, right? It's like 100,000, or is that across America? I can't remember.
It was 200,000 across. 200,000 across America.
Those are deaths, not.
No, it's cases, and it was like they were saying. They were saying something about it's like the city of Little Rock. Every day of new cases.
Really?
Yeah. The entire population of the city of Little Rock.
Well,
it was crazy. That could be across the country. not just in Texas.
The fatality of COVID is going down with all the new treatments that are coming out. But I know that the WHO, the World Health Organization, has said that it's actually more detrimental to shut down than it would be to not shut down, because there's other factors like people who are having heart attacks in larger numbers because they're afraid to go to the hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do know that the Navajo Nation, so that's in Colorado, Utah, and Arizona, they're shutting down completely for 3 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, starting tomorrow. So I have 2 Navajo sisters, and they're like, schools, everything's going to online. One of my sisters works for the Navajo Nation, like the government, and she's like, yeah, everything's just shut. Everybody is staying at home unless it is absolutely essential. They do realize some things need to stay open.
Yeah.
But like anything that has to be open has to be closed by like 3 p.m. And if you don't, like, if you can't work remote or whatever, you're just not working. They're taking care of you during the shutdown.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because it's just going wild there.
I will tell you, in the month of November, it did spike. November 11th to 12,857.
In
total,
Texas?
Yeah. And total in Texas is 1.8 million. Total cases in the United States is 11.1 million.
Yeah.
So
is that total concurrent cases or total cases period?
Total cases
I don't know.
period. Yeah, and then 20,000 deaths total for Texas. And then
just Texas? Okay.
Deaths 246,000 for the United States.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't think COVID is. I think what I've heard, and I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but what I've heard about COVID is it's going to settle in as kind of the flu is settled in, and then as we, we'll start having flu shots and COVID shots and pneumonia shots, because I don't think COVID is actually going to just disappear one day.
No. Yeah, you're right. I don't think it's going to disappear at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think that you're right. We'll figure out how to get a handle on it and adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Friday.
How did we get on this topic?
We talked about going to the trailer park.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and the social distancing practices that the remaining that the bars are adhering by now.
So it's Rubber Tuner's fault.
How's it my fault? I don't understand. So anyway, I after we left Lola's, I actually went home, but you guys went to the Tarantula Tiki Lounge. Yeah, they have some awesome drinks there.
They sure do. We got the Cruel Summer, which is a banana rum based drink, and
oh, see, you're talking my wife's language. Right
there. And they're good and they're fun and they're gigantic. And Stubbs was doing shots with the bartenders. I was cracking up. Stubbs was hilarious, man. Dude was making me laugh all night long.
He probably won't remember any of it. He never does.
No, because when we went to one more bar after that, and he doesn't remember that at all. He's like, I thought we just went to Lola's and Tarantula. And I was like, oh no, we went to more places.
That's
Jeez.
awesome.
Yeah. I was just way too tired to follow you guys around the rest of the night from all the work that we'd been doing this weekend.
Yeah.
On the bathroom and whatnot.
Sounds like y'all had a great time.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was. We got to sit up in the Fort Worth Podcast VIP section at Lola's.
That was pretty fun.
For all intents and purposes, the Fort Worth Famous has replaced the void that Funky Town Podcast left. Well, I know that there's still Zach casts every once in a while, but Zach hasn't done one in a couple months.
Yeah.
And it's used for like other things. I know Matt Broyles has his Articulate podcast on there every couple months or so. So the feed's still open for that.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all I got. Oh, are we going to talk about the newest episode of The Mandalorian? Oh. Shall we? Or
yes.
Do you watch that show at all?
No.
No.
I do have a Disney Plus login, but no.
It is far greater than anything that's out there.
I've watched
right
Hercules on there.
The cartoon. I love
the animated movie Hercules.
Our family loves Hercules.
Yeah.
Especially him.
I love it. It's one
How
of my
old are you,
favorites.
Alex?
I'm 17.
Okay. It's a good one.
I've lied about your age on here to protect your statements.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
What did you say he was?
I said he's 18.
Close enough.
He's
It's fine.
almost 18. He'll be in December.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, next
Like
month.
what?
Yeah.
A month and 4 days. It'll be fine.
Well,
Might
he's
as well.
Just shut your mouth until then.
Yeah, no more talking about hookers and no more talking about suppositories.
Yeah.
No more blow.
or blow. Exactly.
Hookers and blow. Those two things go together. Okay, go ahead. Talk Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. So we're in season 2, or the show's in season 2. The first episode was great. The second one was kind of meh.
filler.
It was
Just
more of a
filler.
filler. This third one was really good, though.
Well, before we get there, have you noticed
It's called The Heiress.
Have you noticed the length of the show has decreased every single episode?
Yes, the first episode of season 2 was an hour. The second was 40 minutes, and then this third one was 35.
Wow. Why has it decreased?
I don't know. Maybe they'll increase. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, it did that the first season too. It wasn't. It's not
Damn
like-
it, John Favreau, get your shit together.
Yeah, the episode times
The Ratatouille guy?
varied.
John Favreau? No, he's
the Avatar guy. No,
No?
Dave Filoni.
he's the
Sorry,
guy
wrong
who was in Iron Man.
Well, he was the director of it, yeah.
Well, he was also in the
I
movie.
know,
Yeah,
I
he
know, I
was.
know who he is. I was
Okay.
just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Swingers. Yeah, that's where he made his big major motion picture debut with
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and Richard Grieco. Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you why. The creator of the show, Sam Esmail, said he wanted to do short episodes as a way to disorient the audience. Homecoming is intended to make the viewer uncomfortable, and he thought he could add to that by ending episodes before the audience is expecting it to. And by contrast, John Favreau and company.
We just gotta.
First,
Oh,
can we
Dustin's-
harp on Susie for not watching the best show on streaming right now?
Yeah, shame on you.
Like, what the
Yeah.
heck, bro?
Dustin!
I know.
That's pretty good.
I thought we were best friends, dude. Come on.
You got a few seasons to catch up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Forget it. We're not chums anymore.
Yeah, and plus I'm sure she's busy organizing her cult paperwork.
Yeah. I've got so many applicants right now. That is all I can do.
Yeah, did I mention that Susie is the leader of the Children of Dandelions?
My cult.
I made that up. With that stupid little cartoon I did a couple months ago.
But I could be a cult leader.
Mm-hmm.
I can get people to do what I want. Easily.
Especially your own kids
Especially my own
that are
kids.
painting your house.
That's better than me.
Second, this episode was directed by who? Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
the episodes she has done
are amazing.
Which I think was a nice nod because her dad, Ron Howard, also directed Solo and Willow, another Lucasfilm.
Yeah. I noticed it right off when the credits were rolling. I was like, "Ooh, Bryce Dallas
Yeah.
Howard."
I didn't know she got into directing. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the thing that I'm most excited about for hopefully what we get to see in the next episode is the live-action debut of Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah, that's
Rosario
I was so
Dawson.
excited.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
excited.
Oh,
And-
The Mandalorian's like a live action show?
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
I thought it was a cartoon.
No.
No, totally live.
Well,
You haven't seen any of the Baby Yoda?
Can we cut this whole part out? Because Dustin's going to get mad at me that I just thought it was a
Wait,
cartoon.
wait.
I saw the Baby Yoda.
You
Hey.
saw the Baby Yoda?
I saw the Baby Yoda.
It's
Did
okay
not
for us
make
to
the
talk about it because
connection.
she's disconnected from the series. So,
I
so
mean, it's worth watching just for the Baby Yoda.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
just for the baby Yoda.
Okay.
yeah, for sure. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Fuck.
sorry. You
Oh,
were
no, that's okay.
the live action of Ahsoka
Oh yeah,
Coffee.
yeah. Ahsoka Tano. Yeah.
Oh, close. That
But
was real
speaking of which, so yeah, she's a character that originally appeared on the Clone Wars series and Rebels.
Yep.
But speaking of which, this last episode also featured Mandalorians that were featured on either the Clone Wars or Rebels, one of the two.
Clone Wars.
And it
Yeah.
was actually
Oh,
the
was it
same
Clone Wars?
actors that did their voices.
Awesome. What
Yeah.
was the group called?
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the group was called Death Watch and it was run by Bo-Katan.
Yeah, it's a terrorist
Yeah,
group.
Bo-Katan. Yeah, the same actress that did her voices also played her on the show in real life. And
That's
she's
pretty awesome.
yeah, she's married to Carl Urban in real life.
Wasn't that wasn't her sister the leader of the Mandalorians?
Yes.
What's he saying? I can't read it. Jeez, all I can see is Jesus.
Oh, it doesn't even know who that woman is sitting with us anymore.
I knew it.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see Ahsoka, hopefully in the next episode or in the season eventually.
Well, we knew it was coming.
Oh, I know.
I just didn't think it would be this quickly.
Yeah, and I have not seen any promo shots of her in costume or makeup at all. So, props to Disney for keeping that under wraps.
Death Watch was previously called the Night Owls. That's what Dustin just said.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that.
Probably.
So whatever happened to Boba Fett? Is he gonna be?
Oh, he'll be on.
Yeah, that's
Boba
right. We
Fett's
saw
the
him at the
coolest.
end of the first episode of the
Mhm.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty wicked.
Yeah, Tamora Morrison. Yeah. And he's bald. I didn't know. I didn't expect that.
The only thing that was cool about the second episode was the X-wings. I thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the fact that they tore the crap out of his ship, and you
Mhm.
never really think about that because you always see him limping along, but they were basically stuck in the cockpit. They couldn't go anywhere else in the ship because there's huge holes, and it barely limped to wherever it was going.
Mm-hmm.
You never really think about that.
Did you just say Boba Fett is bald?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't Jango Fett have hair? Aren't they
Yes.
like clones?
He did.
So why would he be bald?
He had to shave his head so he could
Oh, he
be.
had to shave his head. Okay, he's not bald. He shaved his head.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the episode that
Okay.
The character of Boba Fett as an adult in Mandalorian is bald. Yes.
Yeah.
He's bald, not shaved head.
Bald, yeah.
Either that or he lost his hair getting digested. So who knows?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or attempted to be digested by the Sarlacc.
And so in that episode that we watched,
Mm-hmm.
but the Mandalorian found Boba Fett's Mandalorian armor,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not supposed to take their masks off. Like
Their
they have
helmets,
to keep
yeah.
their helmets on at all times. The traditional Mandalorian do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a big, huge deal. I guess somebody stole it from him or something. Stole his
No, he
armor.
gave it up.
He gave it up.
He
Yeah.
gave it up. That's what I read. He
Yeah.
gave it up. And there's some rumors that he's actually joined the Sand People.
Oh, the Tusken Raiders?
If you go back to the first episode, there's one that was kind of sitting off to the side that was a little standoffish with.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The theory is, I don't know how true it is, but the theory is that he was actually Boba Fett.
Oh.
In
Interesting. We'll have to
Tusken
go back
Raider
and watch it.
outfits. Yeah. Or outfit.
What I don't understand though
What?
is how he learned the freaking Tusken Raider language. That still gets me.
It's
Well-
like
Oh, Din?
Ewoks and Chewbacca's. They all can just.
Oh,
you know,
Wookiees? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Wookiees. Sorry, not Chewbacca's.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, he learned the frog language by the end of this movie. He knew at least, the common things like thank you and stuff like
He
that.
knew
at
all
the
the
end.
bad
Yeah,
words.
Yeah. So
still.
there's another idiosyncrasy right there. the Star Wars universe comes up with an original name of a race minus whatever Yoda and the child is. And they come up with their own species name. But yet this character in The Mandalorian, they're frogs. I thought that was a little cop out there. That's just me though. That's the geek in me.
I'm sure something will come of it. I don't think we've seen the last of them.
No, not at all.
It's like
I like the recurring characters,
Are
yeah.
there any
It's
more
like
of
the
those
first-
root beers?
You can have this one. I haven't drank it yet.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Are they called Sorgan frogs? No.
I don't know.
No, hold on.
Sorghum. That's a sugar thing that they grow in Texas.
Yeah, what's Dustin saying in the
What did
chat room?
Dustin say
I think he's maybe giving us some info. I can't read it from there.
Oh, he just said that's when I bet we'll see Ahsoka as episode 5.
Okay.
Because he built her character out.
Dave Fioni?
Favreau.
No.
Dave Filoni, yeah.
Filoni.
Yeah, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are the main showrunners.
He's directing episode 5.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to what The Mandalorian brings this season beyond what I've seen so far. And with that, Thunder K, you had a bad game you wanted to talk about this week.
Well, yeah, as usual, I see these free games on Epic Games, and then you can sign up and get these games for free. They give 1 or 2 a week out, and this week's was called Texturist.
The Texturcist?
Texturcist. Okay.
Like the Exorcist, but Texturcist. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like a parody, like it would be a parody.
Those are like typing games. Go for it. It's right up your alley. I didn't like it.
I would love it. I was competitive as fuck in high school whenever I was in my keyboarding class.
Well,
Oh, chat lag. Sorry, dude.
Oh.
Did you also watch Bob?
What
Who?
did you also catch what Bo-Katan was after?
Oh.
The dark
Yeah, the
blade?
dark saber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
dark saber.
I did catch that.
Yeah.
We call it. Alex the intern called it. He was like, "I bet he's after that blade."
Yeah, but I think they should have, instead of just openly saying it, should have kind of alluded to it. because then it would have been kind of like
Yeah,
a
I think the
conflict of
mystery would have been a
interest.
little better to hold on to that for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I could see that.
You kind of already guessed it, but
Yeah, but maybe that wasn't very much that they gave us, and there's way more to come.
mm-hmm. Anyway.
Okay, back to the Exorcist.
Yeah.
Textorcist.
Texture says that name cracks me up.
So this game is essentially it's like you have to be over 18 to play.
Sounds like it's gory at least.
It's pretty gory. It's well, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like
Is it a first-person shooter?
no, it's kind of top
Is it
down.
Space Invaders?
It's kind of pixelated.
Space Invaders.
It kind of reminds me of
like Hall of the Dead or
Day of the Dead, or what's the one with the guy with the shotgun and the chainsaw for the hand.
Oh yeah, the Evil Dead series.
It's kind of like the Evil Dead series with texting. It's or
Groovy.
Or typing.
So you type out the words like "you're dead now." Do you have to type out chainsaw and like the chainsaw hand goes?
Kind of like, well, no, they don't have a chainsaw hand, but yeah, something like that. You have to type out the actions.
You type out.
Yeah.
You type out Sunday Samurai Sunday. What was it? Suppository.
Sunday suppository.
and they get the poops.
Yep, you get the poops.
Okay.
So I pulled this up, and it says the story of Ray Bibbia. It's the story of Ray Bibbia, and is a hybrid bullet hell and typing video game developed by Italian studio Morbidware and published by Head Up Games. It was released on February the 14th, 2019 for Windows on the Steam client, and the game revolves around an ex-priest who is also a freelance exorcist.
That needs to be my job. I need to be a freelance exorcist.
Yeah, that sounds as ridiculous as Velocipaster did.
Oh my gosh.
Did you hear our show where we talked about that movie?
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
Yeah, don't.
So it's probably not
don't
going to
waste
happen.
your time.
It's on Prime. If you're ever curious.
Is it on Prime or Netflix?
No, it's on Prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, that game is free on Epic this week.
And it sucks.
Next week, that one kind of sucks.
Okay.
Sometimes you'll get like $5 games, and sometimes you'll get some pretty big titles. One of the next week's one I'm already owned, so I've played it, but it's Elite Dangerous, and that's it's kind of like Privateer.
Oh, nice. I love the Privateer games.
Yeah, except it's a lot harder
Privateer,
to play
yeah.
Elite Dangerous than it is.
I like the first one a lot better than the second one. The second one relied too much on cheesy FMV video acting. Yeah,
Elite
FMV
Dangerous
acting.
is like EVE Online, but like harder.
FMB.
Full motion video. That was the craze in video games in the mid to late 90s.
And then World
Where they
Next
featured
Door is
live
the
action.
other free one.
Are you talking about like Phantasmagoria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's FMV.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you all about those next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and some of those games that they have is like Borderlands. You may have heard of that. Like I've got that one downloaded. That was for free.
She knows people at Gearbox
I
Studios.
went to high school with the guy that started
gotcha.
Gearbox.
Gotcha.
Oh, Randy Pitchford, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, me and his wife are good friends.
Oh, cool deal.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Yeah, I've heard of Borderlands.
And
Yeah.
so we had another
There's
kind
no
of a
place for
anime
a
fest
hero.
this week too, and we watched
No Game, No Life, and started Overlord.
Yeah, No Game, No Life. That was 12
Yeah, I've
episodes.
seen that on my list on Netflix. And Overlord, I've watched the first season of. That show's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
You
we're
may
gonna get
actually,
into that one.
yeah, Sushi, you may actually be interested in that just based on the concept of the show itself. It's a dude who is playing an MMORPG. He's been involved with it since day one of a release, and they're basically retiring the servers, and he was going to be on, and he logged into it for one last hurrah. He ends up being teleported into the game, actually playing as his character, and he's like so super high level and more powerful than any enemy in the game.
We're not past the first season, so.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, they established that in the first episode, though.
I know. I just want to make sure you don't.
No, that's all I was gonna say.
What was that movie that we watched that everybody was excited about? That had to do with video games.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Yeah, isn't there supposed to be a sequel to that coming
Yeah,
out?
The
the
book.
book is coming out this month.
Ready Player 2?
Ready Player 2.
Yeah.
And I've already got it pre-ordered.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
That's what it's called, Ready Player 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought it was just being clever.
It's a very good book. The movie's terrible, but
Well,
the
it wasn't
the
terrible,
movie.
but
I
I
haven't
know
read the
there's
book.
no way it could have lived up to all the content that the actual story
if you read
had.
the book and then saw the movie, you would feel different.
Oh,
Plus,
that was
I
like
know
that
that-
movie Congo. The book was so much better. Than
I saw that in the
movie.
theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Crichton.
There was
Rest in
just
peace.
a ton more relevant things that they just couldn't license in the movie.
Yeah, even with Steven Spielberg as the executive producer, they couldn't have afforded all the licensing for the characters and game and movies that they referenced in the original story.
That's going to be one of the problems with Ernest Cline's books turning to movies because he does so many references to 80s movies.
Oh yeah.
And like the Armada's not going to make it.
Oh, I haven't read Armada yet.
What was that noise?
Who's buzzing?
It might have been me.
Yes,
So
Sushi?
I'm reading here, and they're talking about that Ready Player 2 as a movie will be greenlit by early 2021, and filming will begin and finish by the end of that year.
So I'll bet when I go to read the book, there's going to be they're going to pull back all the references. There probably won't be near as many, which would fit with the book anyway. But if you haven't read it, it's a really good book.
Yeah, and you probably
Yeah.
won't be able to see a movie for it until 2024. That's
Yeah,
what it's saying.
it's
Well, we're not seeing a lot of movies right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Unless you go to Netflix or
Any of the streaming
Amazon Prime.
services, yeah.
Or
Hey, you know what?
Hulu.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper than paying $40 to go sit in a theater, and then also another $40 at the counter to buy food.
Yeah.
So
Also true.
it's like $4.99 for a movie.
Yeah, but
I'm
would
like,
you
But even if
yeah.
it was $25, it'd still be cheaper than going to the movies because your whole family could sit there and pop their own popcorn, eat their own hot dogs.
I know.
Make their own loaded nachos.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
Mhm.
but it's like the difference between feeling fat at home and feeling fat in a movie theater.
I'll tell you what. Next time
What
we
would
have
you
a
know about
movie
that,
we
Alex?
all want to watch as a family, like we're gonna pile in the living room, and I'll have nachos and popcorn on
I
the
can't
table.
even think of a
Can I
movie
be part
that's-
of the family? Can I be Aunt Susie?
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
You can come over.
I can't even think of a movie that I want to watch right now because I don't even know what
Hercules on
Yeah.
Disney.
I'll do that.
Or
I'll
yeah, or
add it.
Hamilton.
Hamilton was all right. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. You know.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way.
I thought it was
Of course, I'm
kind
not
of
a
an
big hip hop
interesting-
fan anyway.
I thought it was a really interesting way of telling the story.
Did you just say you're not a big hip hop fan?
Yeah, I never have been. Except like the big names like Snoop Dogg, Dre, Cypress Hill.
All right.
I don't even listen to Run the Jewels.
I'm a
Susie,
big
I know I
hip-hop
don't know
fan.
you very well, but I think you can be. We could just say we're even now with the disappointment because you haven't seen The Mandalorian. He doesn't like hip hop. I think we're on an even level.
And you both are gingers too.
Oh.
No, you two.
No, I'm saying both of you two are gingers.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Nothing. I was just pointing out a similarity.
Well, that just means they have.
And
no
we're all
soul.
wearing
There's a
glasses
difference.
except for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Alex.
So you're always the odd man out.
Maybe I am. All right, so
Except for you.
I think it is time for this. No, not that one. This
What
one.
is it?
Sushi News.
School asks parents to stop throwing late students over the closed gate.
What?
What?
An elementary school in France puts up a pair of posters outside their fence with an unusual request for parents. Don't throw late students over the closed gate. The Trilliad School in Avignon, I can't say this. Avignon put up signs outside its gates showing a cartoon of a parent sending a small child airborne to get over the fence.
Oh,
The
so-
text on the sign asks parents not to throw their children and instead wait for the gates to be opened again at 10 a.m. or 3 p.m.
I don't understand the problem. The kid's late. He needs to get to school.
Yeah.
They close the gate.
So toss him over.
Well,
Toss them over
they
the
didn't.
gate.
They didn't say anything.
Mom,
about
can I be late again for school today? I want to be thrown over the gate again.
Give him a parachute, put in an ejector seat in your car, and just drive by and drop him off.
Well, they didn't
Right.
say anything about trebuchets.
Trebuchet?
That's true. They didn't say that.
You have to yell
Tres
trebuchet
leches?
when you use it.
Catapult.
Trebuchet!
Thank
Catapult.
you.
Adieu.
The principal told La Province, which I guess is the
Is this
magazine.
in France?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm having to reach because Florida, even though I have a Florida story today,
Uh-huh.
Florida doesn't have a lot of weird stuff.
Okay.
Because 2020 is as weird as it gets. But
2020, by comparison, makes Florida looks normal.
I know I can't
Yeah.
find a Florida man because there'd be like got mad and raged in a restaurant. Really?
Speaking of, has anybody heard what happened to the asteroid that was supposed to hit us November 2nd?
Hold on just a second. We're learning
No.
about what some kids getting thrown over the fence.
Yeah. We'll talk about asteroids in a little bit.
Okay.
They literally threw their children over the gate when they arrived to find it closed. And then Meziane said there were only a few scattered incidents and no reported injuries, but there were enough tossed children to inspire school officials to take action and post a warning as a reminder. So don't throw your kids over the gate when they're late.
You know, this probably isn't as bad as we think it is. There's probably this really big hill over the gate, and they're just like, here, I'm going to throw you over.
Or it's just a little, like a little wooden picket gate.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
real
something
cute
like that.
You just, lift your kid and put it over.
In our
You can
minds,
still
we're
get impaled
thinking-
on those.
I'm thinking large iron gates.
I'm
with
thinking,
pokies
I'm
on
thinking
the end.
parents with big rubber
Spikes on top.
slingshots just going,
Boom.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the medieval days whenever one would catapult disgraced
children
town
over the
members
castle wall to get to school
out.
on time.
Outcast members of the towns that they're in. Yeah. It's like some Borat shit right there.
So a Florida man is behind bars on Wednesday for holding a dog ransom. Jeffrey Paris was arrested on Tuesday after burglarizing a home and holding a pet hostage in Gainesville. According to the, and if I say this wrong, I'm sorry, Alachua County Sheriff's Office, Paris stole $15,000 cash, 2 handguns, Louis Vuitton shoes valued at $1,000, and a Louis Vuitton hoodie-style sweatshirt valued at $900. However, Paris also decided to take the victim's dog. The victim told police the 34-year-old man was holding the pet on a $20,000 ransom.
$20,000?
$20,000 for
Was
the
it
dog.
even purebred?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
That's what caught my eye. I was like, $20,000? Really?
Probably a half mixed rat terrier.
Probably some ugly, ugly dog.
Yeah. That was bred out of a meth house or something.
So ugly, it's cute. But anyway.
Like a Chinese crested?
Yes, like a Chinese
Jesus,
crested.
I hate those dogs. They're so ugly.
Investigators say Paris texted the victim for several hours talking about where to drop the money and threatening to harm the dog if the money was not paid. Deputies say one of these text messages read, "Will I be playing when I blow the back of her head off with your Glock?" The suspect also told the victim that he was watching him and would accurately state the victim's location. Deputies were able to find a tracker underneath the victim's vehicle. When the victim moved the meetup to the next day, Paris raised the ransom to $25,000.
Wait. Isn't the victim a dog?
No, the victim is the owner of the dog.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
When she said move the meat up. She said meat up. I was thinking like red meat, like a steak.
Oh. I was thinking of something else.
This thing should have been meetup point to the next or meetup time to the next day.
Okay.
But they raised the ransom to $25,000. At this point, the dog owner was in contact with ASO. The deputies took over the victim's phone to talk to Paris and organized a time to drop off the money for the dog. The deputies were able to identify Paris after seeing his car at the drop-off location. ASO eventually stopped Paris, who was found with the multiple stolen items. He was charged with armed burglary of a dwelling, grand theft extortion, grand theft of firearm, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and convicted felon on possession of a firearm and or ammunition.
Damn.
Wow.
Where's all the crimes against the animal?
I want to know what happened to the dog.
I know.
Hopefully
Yeah.
he didn't do any
Animal
crimes to the animal.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Florida, but still.
That
Yeah.
dog.
That sounds like a really shitty Miramax movie.
Pre or post Weinstein?
Either.
Probably pre.
You could, or also, the one where he's like, "You've messed with the wrong guy. If you touch a hair on her head, I'll kill you," or something. You know what I'm talking about?
About a dog?
Yeah, about his dog. You know what I'm talking about? Which movie? I can't think of it right now.
It's with Liam Neeson.
Yes,
Taken?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Taken.
Oh, Taken.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
Taken.
abducted, but that's
I
not
have a
it.
very particular set of skills.
Yes, that's what I was talking
Mhm.
about.
Good luck. I love that movie. We actually own a copy of that. I think it was given to us by your mom.
Is it
Yeah.
still in the wrapper?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's unusual.
It is. It is very unusual.
Just like that copy of Stranger Than Fiction.
I've
That
seen
was-
it. I watched it.
I
Okay,
know.
Tell me the whole thing.
No,
I'm not
she's
going to
seen
tell
it.
you the whole
She's
thing.
seen
I've seen it.
We watched it with
Sometimes
her.
truth is stranger than
No, you
fiction.
didn't.
Yes, we did.
Well, I watched it before that too.
Bad religion.
Well, whatever.
I like Maggie.
I saw
Maggie
you see
Gyllenhaal.
it, so I know you saw it.
Well, I like Maggie Gyllenhaal. I hope
Maggie
I said his
Gyllenhaal?
name right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that's right.
her. I think she's cool.
It even had a monkey song in it, and I couldn't
know.
convince you to watch it.
I don't know. It
What
was so
song?
weird.
Do you remember?
No.
As I look at the monkey mobile behind
No, it
you
was
over
one of
your
their
shoulder.
newer songs from the record that released in the 80s.
Oh, I'd go the whole wide world.
I would go the wide world.
We were supposed to see them this year.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed about that. It's rescheduled for April next year, I think. Which
Probably won't
that may be pushed off
There's
again.
only 2 of them left now, right?
I know,
Yeah.
Mickey and
Mike
Mike.
Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz, yeah.
Yeah.
The 2 surviving members.
I've already seen them in concert. I just haven't seen Mike Nesmith in concert. That's the only thing I needed to see, and then I'm good. I'm fulfilled.
You got any more stories, babe?
Yes, we're
Okay.
on to
Sushi conspiracies.
Retry or quit. Mass Effect death music.
So, I told you last week that we're going to go over conspiracies by transnational corporations to turn billions of people into addicts.
Oh, yeah. You teased this last week.
Mm-hmm. In the 1920s, 2 ruthless men laid out a sinister scheme to gain control of the minds of Americans. Their plan was to identify people's deeply buried needs and use subtle messages to manipulate them into doing whatever they wanted to do without realizing it, even at the cost of their health and well-being. One of them, Edward Bernays, was Sigmund Freud's nephew and used his uncle's insight into the subconscious to develop his new methods. Their goal was to turn normal working Americans into manic consumers, training them to desire an ever-increasing amount of goods, and thereby converting their life's energy into profit for American corporations.
So now we know it's worked and you're proof.
How is that even a thing?
I'm sorry, go
All
on.
I
of my
don't know.
stuff is
Bedazzled
antiques.
granny glasses.
Look,
First of all,
those
I
things
didn't
are
buy these.
awesome.
I didn't buy this.
She inherited those.
I did.
Yeah, the glasses are
From
her
your
own prescription.
grandmother.
Who did what with them? Did she make them?
Who?
Did your grandmother make them?
She used that. That was her glasses holder.
But did grandmother buy them or did she make them?
She bought these.
See, this is what I don't get. I am trying to prove your point for you,
Mhm.
and you're rejecting.
I
it.
inherited them. I didn't buy a new pair. Like
But if
this
you-
is the I didn't buy it.
And it has lots of rocks on it,
Yeah.
which is fitting for you.
Right.
Because sushi rocks.
Mm.
No, 'cause she worships
So,
it.
There you go.
Here's the thing. You can pick on me for the things that I buy, but what do you buy, Matt Thomas? What do you buy?
Look around.
Guitar strings?
Mm-hmm.
Instruments? Your shit's more expensive than mine.
Okay, but who bought the fridge?
Electronic?
What? How did
ladies
this turn into a
shampoo
fight?
and
Just
conditioner?
keep reading your story.
It didn't. And Alex is pointing out our new Red Bull mini.
We didn't pay for
Red
that.
Bull fridge over there. That was given to us
That
by
was-
one of your
we
son's
got that
friends.
for free, for real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just got that on Friday too.
Yeah.
One of whose son's friends?
Mine.
I'm calling
Oh.
BS on the conspiracy. What companies did they use? What products did they push? Oh, I bet she'll tell us right now.
Yep.
Okay.
So in other words, he's saying
You are fake news.
You are fake news. So I'm gonna. We must shift America from a needs to desire culture, declares Bernays' partner Paul Mazur. People may be trained to desire to want new things even before the old have been entirely consumed.
Cell phones.
Hello. This right here, my old phone was working just fine, but I wanted this so bad because it was new. And now it's old. But I don't want the new one. People must be trained to desire to want new things even before the old have been entirely consumed. We must shape a new mentality. Man's desires must overshadow his needs. In 1928, Bernays proudly described how his techniques for mental manipulation had already permitted a small elite to control the minds of the American population. And this looks like it's being paraphrased, but it says the conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society. Those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government that is the true ruling power of this country. We are governed, our minds molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. In almost every act of our daily lives, we are dominated by the relatively small numbers of persons who pull the wires which control the public mind. Since then, this conspiracy has succeeded beyond its instigators' wildest dreams. Corporations have perfected the technique of mind control by tweaking core human instincts that originally evolved to support our ancestors' flourishing in hunter-gatherer bands, such as the desires for status or fear of exclusion for their nefarious purposes.
I hate those nefarious people.
Well, same can be said about social media nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're the biggest product of them all when it comes to that, all the ads that you see whenever you scroll through.
Yeah, that reminds me of a story that I told y'all earlier about my friend who was listening to the podcast last week, and we were talking about One Punch Man.
Yeah, yeah.
And YouTube's algorithms listen to our podcast.
Yeah, to our
and
dialogue. Yeah.
The guy I was talking about has never watched anime in his life. All of a sudden is getting One Punch Man in his
as recommendations in his
feeds.
Yeah.
So, and I can kind of see targeted advertising show up everywhere.
Yeah, and
if you have this is not a conspiracy theory. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to your Facebook and you have your mic turned on Facebook, you could be sitting in a room. Me and my wife were talking about our granddaughter buying something. I can't remember what it was, like teething rings or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden in her Facebook feed, there are tons of teething rings showing up in her advertising.
There are multiple times where my phone is not even on Facebook. Like I've turned Facebook off.
Yeah.
I'll be in a conversation with somebody. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, I'm on Facebook, and those things that I was talking about are there. Real estate.
Yep. It's listening all the time.
Yeah. Corporate predators have learned that the most valuable population to ensnare are children. In the sinister world of Chief Executive Wayne Chalicki, when it comes to targeting kid consumers, we at General Mills believe in getting them early and having them for life. Children in the global south are
General Mills is cereal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So goddamn you, Lucky Charms.
I know, right? Children in the global south are turned into junk food addicts with the same callous contempt that factory farms turn their animals into chicken nuggets. Half of the children in the south in South Asia are now
What the hell is wrong with chicken nuggets?
Nothing, unless they're made with baby fetuses.
I hear no factual examples of corporations or products these guys use.
Okay, General Mills is one of them. Half the children in the South Asia are now either undernourished or overweight, conditioned by pervasive advertising to spend what little money they have on the empty calories of junk food. A new generation of mind controllers are now using sophisticated data mining technologies, we were just talking about that, to inject their power even deeper in our minds. At the ominously named Stanford Persuasive Technology Lab, a modern-day Bernays named BJ Fogg has taught building entrepreneurs how to use hot triggers, such as thumbs-up signs and like statistics, to activate short hits of dopamine in our brain that literally get us addicted to our screens. With social media now infiltrating every aspect of many teenagers' lives, the power of predatory corporate advertising to control their minds for profit has become even more formidable. In 2017, a leaked document revealed Facebook boasting to advertisers how they can identify in real time when teenagers feel insecure and worthless and would be most susceptible to a confidence boost.
Jeez.
I kind of agree with that.
That's pretty heavy whenever it's portrayed in that way.
Well, think about it like this. I think at one point there were, when all this started, which is why it's illegal now, subliminal messages were sent through like music that you'd hear on the radio. I think it was like 60s or 70s. They were starting to do subliminal messages. And because they figured out how powerful that was, they made it illegal. You can't do it anymore. You're not supposed to anyway in the United States. I don't know about other countries. But, and then from there, the advertising. So the colorful toys with blonde hair and perfect bodies and red fire engines, which is the ideal thing if you want to be a firefighter when you grow up. All those things that are appealing to people and their wants, associating with things that they're going to grow up to be. They're targeting children a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, for us, it's technology, right? We want the bigger and the best whatever new is coming out. I was sitting this phone today on top of my old phone. This phone's not that much bigger than my old phone, and it doesn't do very much more than my old phone. It has a couple of cameras on it.
That's just it, though, right? I mean, have you ever heard of Moore's Law?
Moore's Law?
It's really big in the IT circles. Moore's Law states that, especially in the computer industry, right? Moore's Law states that processors can only get to so much speed, and then after that, they just get more complicated. So that's why you start seeing all these advertisements for computers. Oh, you have 2.4 gigahertz clock, but it's got 16 cores or something like that. Turbo boosts up to 4 gigahertz. But if you really look at it, other than the minor improvements in memory and hard disk and all that kind of stuff, you take a computer that's like 5 or 6, 7 years old, and you take out the old hard drive and put in a new SSD in it, it pretty much performs just as well as a computer that's newer. Now, I'm not saying if you go out and go buy a Threadripper 64 core, it's going to perform as well as a 5-year-old computer. But if you take your off-the-shelf Walmart laptop and it's 5 years later, you take your new Walmart off-the-shelf laptop and you just upgrade something like the hard drive in it, instead of paying $600 or $700 for a new computer, it's not much different than the computer of 6 years ago. But people keep buying the newer computers because they keep boasting that these computers are so much better than the ones before. But they're really not. It's the difference is very minute.
Yeah.
I feel that way with the brand new game systems that came out too. Have a couple of friends that actually just bought PS5s, and or our friend Dante, he and his friend Adam were doing a stream of the newest Spider-Man game that just came out, Miles Morales. To me, it looks almost the same as the Spider-Man game that came out 2 years ago.
Well, what you're going to see there is they've obviously
graphically that is
they've updated to 4K on there, so that there is some gains being made in the graphics department. But when you're talking about compute power, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
The clock speed in the PS5 is faster than the one in the PS4, but it's not. The processor has become more complicated as opposed to faster than a normal PC, right?
Right.
So, I mean, you just slap a new number on something, and somebody's going to want it.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
which is the whole consumerism circle.
Newest, most updated thing out there. It's going to put people, I want the newest, most updated thing, because it gives you status. It gives you one up over the people around you. It makes people envious for the things.
What is Dustin saying over there? We got a lot of comments.
He said, I have a conspiracy for you. Operation Greenlight, where the U.S. lost a nuke in Vietnam to the Russians, and they waited till 1981 to try to use it on Berlin. Oh, wait, that's the plot to COD Cold War.
I'm so out on the Call of Duty games. I have been for a while because they come out with a new one every year. I mean, Warzone's fun for a bit, but I'm just not into the whole multiplayer
just wrote
thing.
Something else on there
he
too.
said that he thought that Dante was playing the PS4 version of Spider-Man.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a PS5. Okay. At any rate, it's out for both systems.
Yeah, but what you're going to see there on the PS5 is probably a higher resolution.
Oh, yeah.
8K. Now, I know PS4 did 4K, but I know 8K is the new whatever. But, yeah, you'll see that be able to play those a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, hence the circle of consumerism.
Yeah. He just said it was released on both PlayStations.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Both PlayStations.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Now you have something you can get me for Christmas because now because I haven't come up with anything yet.
What are you getting me for Christmas?
What am I getting you? No, that's something.
Tell me that.
Hey,
that's something that you can get me for Christmas.
You should get both of them that for
You want me to
No.
get everyone that?
No.
With my no job having butt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's a corner you can work.
Oh.
God dang. He
Henry
went there.
Hines.
Mic
Holy
off.
Shit.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, so next week we're going to talk, and these are just conspiracy theories. It doesn't mean it's true, but you can look into different things that are out there that kind of prove that a little bit. I think that one would be more true than maybe the next one I'm going to do, which is conspiracy to plunder the global south for the benefit of the global north.
Okay.
All right.
Like
That's next week.
You know what's funny? Just
that?
to prove your point there, I think the conspiracy theories, even if they're true or not true, can be fun to think about, right? Even just as a thought experiment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just as long as people don't act on them.
That's why they're called theories, not conspiracy fact.
Yeah, I mean, you got some crazy people out there with flat earthers, and we didn't go to the moon, and so as long as you don't go crazy with it, just think about it. Share. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sharing ideas.
I'm really into this flat Earth thing where they got their ideas from. So I think after I'm done with these 5 that I'm doing, we're gonna go into the flat Earth.
Oh God! Just turn on your Apple TV and look at one of the many landscapes that just scroll by whenever it's an idle zone.
The flat earthers are the worst.
Yeah.
So we didn't ever talk about the asteroid on that was supposed to hit on November 2nd. Has anybody heard about that?
That's what I was gonna look up. I forgot to look it up. Hold on.
I haven't heard anything after. Initially, I know there was a very small chance it was going to hit us. It'd probably just fly by.
And it was supposed to be only 6 feet in diameter.
Yeah, so we may not. It may not even have impacted. Even if it went into the atmosphere, it may not have. It may have burned up before it hit the Earth. So,
did you find anything on it?
Yeah, is it Apophis?
Was that supposed to hit November 2nd? I don't know what the name of it was.
I don't know, but this says Apophis asteroid might be more likely to strike Earth in 2068 than thought. There's
That's not 2020.
Nope. Leonid meteor shower.
That's this next weekend or this next week. It's like tomorrow.
Okay. Will shoot fireballs across the sky.
I don't imagine you could get very clean from a meteor shower.
Yeah, it's saying it. Asteroid
You get
Apophis.
really clean. You might be transparent if you get hit.
Yeah.
You get vaporized.
It keeps going back to Apophis, so I think Apophis was the one that
that's
they thought
something
was
we can
going
look
to
at
hit.
later.
Sounds like a pompous. A pompous S.
I don't know.
I don't know, but did you guys see that Dustin saw a whole other galaxy last night?
Yeah, he took
in
some
his
pictures. Yeah.
He got pictures of Andromeda.
He was saying on Friday night, he said, "Look up in the sky. What am I supposed to be taking pictures of?" And then last night, he must have gotten some good shots because he posted some earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. I thought how cool it was.
I know. I was like that's like mind, like it's big. You know what I mean? It's bigger than my mind.
Well, I mean, when I think of other galaxies out there,
my phone.
I think about the
wondering what
fact
that sound was.
that it would be very naive for us to believe that we're the only Goldilocks planet in the whole vast universe.
Oh yeah, I don't think we
There's got to
are.
be multiple galaxies out there with a Goldilocks type planet situation where there's living beings. I wouldn't say human because I don't know. Maybe they're
Alien beings.
Aliens.
Just like Giorgio Circulus, Circulus, which you met.
Yep.
And your mom met.
Mm-hmm. And so I just think, I wonder when I was looking at that picture, I'm like, I wonder which planet in that.
It's all, hey, look, there's the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
Do they have a planet like us?
Yeah, that's what I think about that stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's possible. All right, and with that, I'd like to turn it over to our guest, to Susie Ramon.
What do I get to do?
Yes. Well, as I mentioned earlier, you have a podcast.
I do.
Called Fort Worth Famous.
Yes, Fort Worth Famous. So we came about because Funky Town podcast was ending. Jeffrey Lord was like, I need to focus on some other stuff in my life.
Yep, the Going Away show was exactly a year ago now.
Mm-hmm. And our good friend Dustin Schneider with the Jerry Jonestown Massacre said, y'all need to take over. Or he said, you, Susie, need to take over Funky Town podcast. And I said, I can't. That's Jeff's. I can't even pretend to want to take over Funky Town podcast. So he was like, all right, then you need to come up with your own. And so I asked my daughter, Ivy, if she wanted to do a podcast with me. And
Your oldest daughter, yes.
Yeah, my oldest. And she said, I'm in. And I was like, what are we going to call it? And she's like, I don't know. Let's think about it. And a couple of years earlier, we were going around for the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards things, and everywhere we went, I didn't have to pay for anything. Like I was getting drinks, and anyways, Ivy was like, how is this possible? And I was like, that's because I'm Fort Worth famous. And she's like, shut up, you're not Fort Worth famous. And then I got the award from the Weekly for the favorite local whatever. And
local celebrity, yeah.
Yeah, so then she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, we have to call it Fort Worth Famous. And I was like, oh, it's perfect. And we can talk about all of our favorite famous Fort Worth things. So that's what we do. But we talk a lot about like Bravo TV shows. And we play games. We have Red Flags versus Deal Breakers, which is a real fun one.
Yeah, I've submitted a couple to you.
Yes, you have. And we talk about Ivy's dating life. because it's funny.
That's a trip all in its own.
It is really funny. So it's a lot of fun. We have a good time. Last show we had Rex come on to talk about what was going on in the hip hop scene in Fort Worth.
Yeah, local
which
DFW.
he doesn't care about.
I know who Rex is. I know who Jamal Spears is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the local the local rappers in the DFW area.
Yeah, the first time I'd ever heard of him was at one of the award shows.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun. We've had Jeff Lord come on. We've had the boys from Jerry Jonestown Massacre come on. We had a local artist called Choke come on, and she long before this whole pandemic and wearing a mask.
I'm not gonna play it again.
She never shows her face in photos. She always has her face covered because she's like, people don't need to see me, they need to see my work. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, with the Black Lives Matter marches and stuff that were happening earlier in the year at the beginning of the pandemic stuff, she was really integral in making sure that people were hydrated and that they were taken care of, and she was helping to organize things, and she's just, I don't know, Choke's kind of pretty amazing. So anyways, we talk a lot of politics because we're talking about the election.
Oh, I haven't heard you talk about it that much.
We were doing it a lot more when it was like the local one that was earlier, like July.
Okay, yeah, the local elections versus the presidential elections.
The presidential election just makes me angry. So.
Yeah, we're straying away from that, talking about that here.
Yeah. So.
Well,
anyways,
number one, it doesn't age well.
No.
But.
So yeah, I thought that little clicking noise was my phone, but I moved it over there, so that's not it.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure where that's coming from.
But anyway, yeah, no, it's fun. It's a fun podcast. We can find it on all the streaming, everything. I think except for Apple. We can't figure out how to get it on.
No, you
Apple.
guys are on Apple.
Oh, we are?
Apple Podcasts now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, great.
I have you guys in my feed.
Hey, Ivy, we're on Apple Podcasts. Woo.
Yeah, I think it finally showed up. I think 2 months ago.
There was a problem Ivy finally figured out with our logo, and that was keeping
What's wrong with the logo?
I don't know, but it was keeping it from being able to be uploaded.
It's just a caricature of you two in the title.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I mean, shit. I could see how JJTM's logo may have a problem because it's all bloody and shit.
It could have been the format.
And guns.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones holding guns.
You never know.
Who knows? But yeah.
Do you know that there are hats out there that say Fort Worth Famous also?
No.
Yeah, I actually did a Google search on them. It showed some chicks wearing baseball caps that said Fort Worth Famous on them.
Nice. I like it. That's good. I love it.
I'm convinced that your daughter Ivy actually wants to be one of these Real Housewives with the way she talks about her dating life and her expectations. Her favorite quote so far, she's like, I'm really a shallow person, so I enjoy expensive things. I'm like, oh man.
It's true. It's true. We all do enjoy expensive things, but yeah, I always say that to everyone too. I'm very, very shallow. You have to be good looking.
I thought we weren't talking about your dating life.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about my dating life. Not at all.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
I was gonna say you don't really have one right now.
I don't.
Is that what we're not talking
yeah,
about?
no, because I live like a nun. The nun life. That's my life.
Yeah, that's NUN, not NONE.
Oh yeah, nun.
Well, you could always do plenty of fish.
That's actually how we met. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
No. And I never remember that that's really what it's called because in my head it's puddle of fish.
A puddle of like puddle
well,
of mud.
I will tell you, I went through a lot of puddles. Okay.
I did too.
And at the end, I was just so fed up. I was like, screw it. My profile is just going to be something stupid. I mean, it was the dumbest thing. I was just like, whatever. I just said some crazy shit.
And I had fun with it.
He did. He messaged me after I did that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I accidentally made a Facebook dating profile one time.
I've heard those are disastrous.
Well, so I was looking for something. I don't know what it was. And I was like in the menu and I was like, oh, what is this dating thing like? So I clicked on it. And then it's like asking me like all these questions and stuff. And I'm like answering like you, like just doofy. Then it, like there's pictures of me and my ex-boyfriend. I'm just like clicking through all this stuff and it's like, do you want to save your changes? And I'm like, no. And I just like exit out of it. Oh no, that created a profile.
Oops.
Ooh. All of a sudden my phone's just like, bling, 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 Chad messaged you. Jeff likes your picture. Steven said hi. And I'm all, what the crap? And so I was all, sorry, people. And I just I figured out how to turn it off. But
Yeah, not the Fort Worth famous you were looking for. That's for sure.
I was like,
I wouldn't even know what to get into. I wouldn't go back to Plenty of Fish if ever anything happened between you and I.
Yeah, not nowadays. I don't even think it's around anymore.
Oh, it is.
Is it?
My daughter says Hinge. Hinge is the one to use. So if there's anybody single out there that's looking for the right dating app, she says Hinge.
So do the wrong people go to Unhinged?
No, they go to
they go to Tinder or
Tinder.
like.
Yeah,
I thought Tinder was like a booty call.
That's the wrong people.
It's mainly for hookups, from what I heard.
What happened to that one where it was like, what was it called? Where it went in a circle. Chat roulette.
Chat roulette?
Oh man, that was a thing.
Yeah, that's an actual.
Yeah,
well, it's not really a dating app. It's just a website.
People were using it as a dating app, and you'd sit on there with your webcam on, and every once in a while, a dinghy would fly at you for like a couple of minutes, and then you go to the next chat, and then go to the next chat, and then another dinghy. And
really?
People sometimes would be singing.
Another peenie.
Sometimes people would be, I don't know, just doing crazy stuff on it.
Whoa.
And people were using it as a dating app.
Yeah, Omegle's another one, I want to say, because some of the really popular younger YouTubers like PewDiePie use that to say
Well, I guess that
say hello to their fans.
That kind of sounds like the people who go on those dates and then they rotate around the tables. What is that called?
Speed dating?
Speed dating.
I wish Markham would do that.
Yeah. Hey, funny story though about Tinder. You know you're getting old when you hear about a social media platform and you just want to check it out. So you download it to your phone and you forget about it. Ooh. And then your wife finds it on your phone and you don't know what the hell it is. I think Alex, was it you who found it?
No, it was Amber.
It was Amber. She was like, why are you on Tinder? I said, well, luckily I didn't set it up or even open it up, so that was my only,
saving grace.
But I thought it was a social media platform. This was like back when it first came out. I didn't know what it was. Because I was only on Facebook, and I wanted to see what Twitter was like and Instagram and all that other stuff. And so I downloaded a bunch of them. And Amber found it, and it was a big to-do around the house for a while because Dad's on Tinder looking for somebody else.
Ooh, God dang.
What's funny, Kenneth, is that whenever MySpace first came out and I found out about it, I got grilled too by my ex because she thought it was a dating app. I said no, and I showed her that it's social media.
What was social media back then, right?
Yeah, MySpace was the biggest one.
Yeah.
What
does that say?
He's going to start sending us dingles. Don't do that.
God. Or dingleberries.
Yeah. Don't do that either. Don't do that either.
Gross.
Do it, Dustin. Do it. I can't wait for next episode when all of a sudden a dinghy just comes flying at you.
I'm gonna have to wear my helmet.
Jesus.
Don't go to meatspin.com.
Okay.
All right, so we got some rock and roll trivia that Sushi's going to read us for our Stump the Robotuner. Susie, you know the rules?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't. I was saying that as a question.
Okay.
Okay. So she reads the question. If you know the answer, just say your name as quickly as you can.
If
and
you
that's
get the answer
basically all
right,
you do.
You hear this. If you get the answer wrong, you hear this.
Do you know the answers?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Only
No,
she
I'm
has
the
the
only one
answers
that has the
and the questions.
So how do you know to make that sound?
Because she says correct. And
Okay. I was like, wow. Okay. All right, got it.
Or sometimes he throws in the zipper sound effect just to fuck with us.
That's when Matt gets excited.
Wait a minute.
No, that's
We
record
haven't
scratch.
today?
Wrong one.
We haven't. This is.
No crickets.
Let's mark this because this is the first show without crickets
That's
in a
right.
long time.
Is that his fault?
No, it's yours. You
Oh.
didn't do any. You didn't say anything.
You didn't
without
do any jokes.
I've said a couple things.
nothing that made us all go, oh.
The show is young.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, intern, are you playing too? Good deal.
Oh, he's keeping score too. Okay, good deal.
All right, number 1. Who said life sucks but in a beautiful kind of way? A. Ozzy Osbourne. B. Gene Simmons. C. Axl Rose. Or D. Keith Richards.
Thunder K. I think you got it.
Gene Simmons.
Nope.
Damn.
Axl Rose.
Yes.
Ugh.
All right. One for Thunder K.
So we got both sounds on that one.
This one's going to be real easy. I'm not even going to have to list off the things. Which band had a hit with Hell's Bells in 1980?
Robert Turner.
Yes.
AC/DC.
Correct.
I was going to say wrong. Just to be mean.
Which band formed in 1973 included former members of Santana?
Robert Turner.
Uh-huh.
Journey.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
Sorry. Finger slip.
Good job.
According to the 1974 hit by Steely Dan, what was Ricky told not to lose?
Robert Turner.
Mm-hmm.
His car keys.
No. All right. I'll list off the things. A, that emotion. B, that smile. C, that look. Or D, that number.
Thunder
Susie.
K. Oh, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, the smile.
No.
Thunder K. That look.
No.
Oh, dang.
Alex, whatever's left.
Can you read the question? Can you read the answer choices again?
The two choices that are left.
That emotion or that number.
Oh,
Alex, the
it's that
intern.
number.
What'd you say?
I haven't even guessed yet. Now I'm
It was
second guessing
me.
myself. Is it that number?
Yes.
Yeah.
Freebie.
Ricky, don't lose that number.
Yeah.
I'm singing it in my head now. Gosh dang it.
One for Alex.
Freebie.
Good job.
Okay. Which glam rock band?
Okay. Glam rock from the 80s. Hair metal.
I'm really confused.
It could be
'cause
70s.
I
Oh,
don't
could be.
know that this is the name of the band. It doesn't look like it'd be right. But anyway, which glam rock band recorded the original, that's the key word here,
Okay.
original version of Come On Feel the Noise?
Robo Tuner.
Uh-huh.
Slade.
Correct. Okay. I was like, wait, hold on. I thought it was Twisted
Yep.
Sister.
No.
What did Dustin just say?
No, that was Quiet Riot covered it. And
That number.
Oh, quite right.
Slade
He said
also
that number.
was the original band that recorded Mama, We Are All Crazy Now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who wrote the Aretha Franklin song Respect?
Who wrote it?
Okay, I'll give you the list.
Okay.
A, Marvin Gaye. B, Scott Joplin. C, Otis Redding. Or D, Paul Anka.
Thunder K.
Yes.
Otis Redding.
Correct.
Good job.
One for Thunder K.
I knew who it was, but I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. So when you heard it, you're like, oh,
Yeah, I know that one.
yeah.
All right. Which Rolling Stones hit begins with I was born in a crossfire hurricane?
Robo Tuner.
Yes.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
That's
It's a
correct.
gas.
Dang it, I keep sorry. I'm terrible at this.
Well,
I
you
got
got 'em
one
right
job.
next to each other.
I got one job.
Ooh, okay. Which band broke up after releasing its 6th studio album, The Hunter, in 1982? All right. I'm going to list the bands. A, Journey. B, The Police. C, Blondie. Or D, The Clash.
Robo Tuner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess The Clash.
No.
Okay, no, that's right because London Calling came out.
Alex the intern, the police.
No.
No. I know it wasn't the police.
Susie, Blondie.
Yes. Susie's on the board.
All right.
You were on the board earlier, weren't you?
No.
She got another one.
I don't think I
No,
did.
she got the one for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember. I started singing the song in my head.
Okay.
Which band did Tom Petty join in 1988?
Robo Tuner.
Oh, Cockadoodle. Sorry.
That's not your name.
I was going to say I chimed in first.
You did.
The Traveling Wilburys.
That is correct.
There are only 2 of them left.
I know.
Yeah.
Now they're just walking, too. They're not really traveling.
No.
Yeah.
Barely walking at that.
With their walkers.
Jerry Garcia
Mm-hmm.
was a founding member of which group?
Thunder K.
Yes.
The Grateful Dead.
Correct.
Good job.
Beat me to that one.
Which band is known as the Bad Boys from Boston?
Robo Tuner. Aerosmith.
Correct. Which British band have always given 10% of their profit to charity?
Robo Tuner? I'm going to guess. Queen?
No.
Okay.
Thunder K. Rolling Stones.
No.
Okay.
Okay, I'll list. All right, the first one is A, Coldplay, B, Arctic Monkeys, C, Muse, or D, Kasabian.
Oh,
Kasabian.
Oh,
Kasabian.
man. I think both Coldplay and Arctic Monkeys would both do that. So I'm going to go with Coldplay.
Correct.
Another one for Susie. Woo.
Which band is credited with starting the new metal genre?
New metal.
Robotuner?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Korn?
Yes.
Corn. Nothing good comes out of Bakersfield.
Well, you would know. You're from.
Robin
From the West
Trower
Coast.
was in which band before he went solo? I don't know who Robin
I don't.
Trower
I know who he is, but I'm not familiar with his work really.
Okay.
Are there any answers?
A. Blue Oyster Cult. B. The Kinks. C. Steely Dan. And D. Procol Harum.
I'm gonna guess Robotuner.
Uh-huh.
Procol Harum.
Yes.
This was never gonna go well.
I know.
This is a massacre.
Well, it's not going well for y'all, but it's definitely going well for him.
I think.
Is
Well,
it
the
his
game
birthday?
is called Stump the Robotuner, right? He
It
should be
is.
the winner.
Yeah.
Every
I'm
time.
not the winner every time though.
Oh, okay.
No,
These two have beaten
guys-
me.
Nice.
Well, there are times where I get really in here and I start asking really hard questions, academic questions.
Oh, okay.
And he knows a lot of them, but not every single one.
And then I start giving stupid, ridiculous answers, and it becomes much more fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah. That's always an answer. Okay. Last one. Where did Led Zeppelin's last U.S. concert take place?
Is it multiple choice?
Yeah.
Okay, read them.
A. Oakland, California. B. Cleveland, Ohio. C. Memphis, Tennessee. Or D. Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Robotuner.
Uh-huh.
Oakland.
Yes.
That would have been my guess too.
Who's the winner?
Yeah.
I would have destroyed Robotuner on this one, is what Dustin Schneider said. I believe you, Dustin.
It's hard to see his.
I think you would destroy
Chat messages because
Robotuner
he's.
with everything.
Can't you make it bigger?
Why are they all blue?
No, it's because he's got
That's
the
what
blue
she
background. Yeah, that's what she said.
I don't know why it switched to blue for him.
I don't know. That's weird.
It's like it's highlighted. How do you unhighlight it?
I don't know. It's all right.
Just click on another part of the screen.
Whoop.
What'd you do, man?
He popped out the
What
chat.
the cup? Oh, okay. Oh, that's much better. Oh, should have done that to begin with. Now we all can see.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's all I
that
have,
was really fun.
That was fun.
Thanks, Sushi. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you, Susie, for being our guest this week.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and like she mentioned earlier, you can catch her on her bi-weekly podcast, Fort Worth Famous, with her and her daughter, Ivy. You can catch it on any place where podcasts are played or streamed.
Or whatever.
Yep. And, as always, if you have anything you'd like for us to talk about on the show, you can either email me at fujiwa@gmail.com. That's fujiwah@gmail.com. Yes, I know you're giving me that look because I still haven't gotten us a free Google account with the Robotuner name in it.
I know, right?
Well, if you want to slave drive me so badly this week to work on the bathroom, I could have done that.
Slave driver.
Wow.
This is just a little bit of what I get when we're not on air. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
So much
I don't think
attitude.
we should talk about
That
how
was a
much
little microaggression,
I give
too.
you
So
on
much
the air.
Oh. You give me about.
Look at how nice this.
Aw.
Look at how nice this chat is now.
I know
Everybody
it.
can see it. The words are big. It's not highlighted.
Yeah, I won't have to keep asking. Yeah, what does this? What does that say again?
What does that say?
All right. So if you don't
What
want
does
to,
that say, Shelley?
if you don't want to email us, you can always call and leave us a voice message at 682-325-1379.
I would love for you guys to do that so I could hear your voices.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, man.
Yeah, don't be shy, man. And then you can also follow us on Facebook or on Instagram under The Robotuner. And, of course, you can watch all of our past live video feeds on YouTube as well under The Robotuner.
I think we should have a contest.
For what?
Who can do the best Robotuner voice?
Oh man, it's Matt Stubbs.
Uh-huh.
Well, his impression of me is what started it.
They need to call in. I don't know. I think I can do it too.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Then we'd have to come up with a prize.
I live with it though. That's why.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have conversation. When I was at work, I would have conversations with my coworkers, and I'd break off into Robotuner, and I'd be like, "What am I doing?"
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right, guys. Well, let's get out of here. See you guys the same Robotuner time and place next week. and stay safe out there. We're out of here. Red Pants.
Love you, mean it.
Bye. All right, we are done.
That was fun. I had a good time.
Goodbye to YouTubes.
Yeah,
Goodbye,
see.
YouTube.
Yeah, see you live stream. We out. Yeah. Make sure we end it on the other one on OBS.